Hey guys, welcome again to another Donaron Monologue podcast. I am your host, Bo. We're actually living in like something that's going to be in the history books. There's no way that you haven't spoken about it with people that you work with. There's no way you haven't spoken about it with friends. There's no way you've avoided this subject. On our social media, I've spoken about it a little bit. I think it's super important for everyone to be talking about this, and that is, of course, the fallout from the the fallout from George Floyd. And I'm trying to choose my words as I proceed with this because this is very heavy subject matter. It's not something we're used to talking about on Donaron, but it's super important that we're talking about this right now. If more people had been having open discussions, talking about this and making solutions, it wouldn't have come to what we're seeing right now. Everyone has a strong opinion on this. I certainly hope that your strong opinion is on the correct side of this, because this is I'm speaking about the Black Lives Matter movement. You hear a lot of people say, I'm not going to comment on Black Lives Matter because I don't get into politics. How in the world is saying that human life matters political? I don't understand that at all. Black Lives Matter, period. And when real quick, when a lot of people are quick to say, well, all lives matter, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. No one's saying they don't. I equate it like this: if when you hear Black Lives Matter, your first response is say all lives matter. It's like let's say you have more than one kid. I have more than one kid. I have two kids. Let's say one of my children comes up to me and is like, "Daddy, do you love me?" And I go, "Well, I love both of you." And the child asks once again, but do you love me? And I respond again, well, I love both of you. I'm sending a pretty strong message to that child that I'm speaking with. You know what I'm saying? So when someone says Black Lives Matter and you're like, oh, well, no, it's more like all lives matter, you're literally just saying like, hey, quit saying that. Like you're literally shutting down that argument. You're literally shutting down that statement. You're like, there must be a reason, whether conscious or subconscious, that you're uncomfortable with someone saying that Black Lives Matter. So this isn't a political statement. This is logic. This is basic human decency. Black Lives Matter. And I know a lot of you right now may even be saying, what does this have to do with video games? First off, this is kind of so infinitely more important than video games. It's silly to even mention that it's more important than video games because it should just be basic human logic. But I admit I do want to mention something that has happened in the world of video games in support of this. Again, these movements for Breonna Taylor, in response to the murders of Breonna Taylor, in response to the murder of George Floyd, in response to all this, these movements that have come about, there's a lot of things happening in support of these movements. And one that I find particularly interesting, and I was so proud to hear about, was itch.io. Itch.io. It is a fantastic indie game site. They do role-playing games. I've actually bought a role-playing game from them before. That's the only thing I've done with them before. These indie role-playing games, these indie video games, software, developers have donated their things to them, and I hope this video gets out in time for this bundle to still be up. I really do. It's ending soon. As of recording, it's ending in 3 days. I beg your pardon. I'm going to check here. Guys, their goal was $5 million US. They have raised $6,084,089.73. They are at 121% of their goal. They've had 585,715 contributors. This bundle, it is the itch.io bundle for racial justice and equality. A bundle hosted by itch.io with content from 1,322 creators. You can buy 1,658 items for just $5. The cost of all these items individually is $9,204. It seems silly to mention this part because, again, I hope that your motivation for giving to this to this movement is more than just you're getting video games out of it. But if you get this bundle, you're saving 99% on all this content. $5 is the minimum. You can give more, and no matter how much you give, even if you just give the regular $5, none of this goes to the developers, none of this goes to itch.io. As stated on their website, it's all going to charities, organizations, nonprofits that are in support of these things. Bail funds for protesters, I imagine. Black Lives Matter, maybe the George Floyd and Breonna Taylor memorial funds. A lot of, and of course, I'm mentioning George Floyd and Breonna Taylor. Guys, there's so many more names that have come up in this. And, guys, this is, it seems silly to even mention. It's an incredible deal, but I hope that your motivation for participating in this bundle, I hope to goodness this video, and if this video doesn't get up in time to participate it, then let's just let this video be a celebration of the fact that it happened, a fact that itch.io made, and these developers and these organizers made this happen. I did donate to get these games. I haven't even played any of them. I haven't gotten around to getting any of them. I just wanted to support something that was that incredible that was happening right now. And again, if this video offends you in any way, I don't care. It's not a political statement. Black Lives Matter, and that's all there is to it. This is the most important issue of our time. You are living in the midst of what's going to go into history books, and I felt it was important to do this video because a friend of mine, several friends of mine, who you know, they're involved in this more heavily than I am, certainly. They've done, you know, I've signed petitions and done things like that, donated, but these people are more involved, and they've made it very, very emphatically clear that it's very important right now for people who aren't black to be speaking about this, so that your friends and your colleagues who also happen to not be black, who maybe don't have an opinion on it, who maybe are thinking, oh, this doesn't affect me, and stuff like that, they see other voices chiming in, and that brings them in to chime in, because if something isn't done, it's only going to get worse. If you're one of these guys that goes into work every morning like, can you believe all this craziness that's going on? First off, yes, I can understand the craziness that's going on, because it's always been crazy. It just hasn't been happening to you yet. So there's one solution, that is just to get on the correct side of history. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Please share this one. Absolutely. And again, I hope this gets out in time for people to still be able to participate in this awesome bundle. This will be up on Monday. So immediately after hearing this, go check it out. Just itch.io. This will be on the front page. Yes, there will be a link in the comments. Hopefully the success of this makes them extend it a bit more too. That would be awesome. Actually, if anyone that's involved with itch.io is watching this, please extend this. This is amazing. Even if a couple developers are like, wait, I can't let my game be on that any longer, I got to pull it back. Even if they do that, which I'm not judging them, it'd be super cool if they did leave it on there longer. But even if that, I got to tell you, I didn't buy this for a game. Just leave it up there a little bit longer. Raise even more. There's no such thing as too much money for this sort of thing. And guys, again, thank you for watching. We love your support. And just please be safe and have a good week.